So I'm back on the bench today and I have company. Let me show you if you can see all of the birds. Let me see if that works. All of the birds in front of me. And maybe you can also see the tiny squirrel. Cuckoo. I hope that worked because I don't want to re-record this video. But anyway, yeah, I'm out here. Let me just give some nuts while I'm multitasking. I'm doing videos and I'm also giving nuts to the squirrel. There we go. Got some almonds. She's like coming every single 5 minutes to get something. So we might get interrupted again. But anywho, this is actually a great beginning for this video because I wanted to talk about intrusive thoughts and how they sometimes interrupt what you are trying to do, and they just like can change your day for the better, I would say. And this is something that I'm giving myself the permission to do more recently. I think it came from, you know, being around a friend recently who every time there is a question, she's just like directly on the phone and checking the answers. And I was, you know, like this is a cool thing because sometimes I feel I'm not always curious, or I'm curious about something, but I don't automatically act on it, and there is a thought here and I'm like, oh, I wish I knew that, and then I forget about it, and then I never check it. And I'm taking this week I'm giving myself the permission basically to just follow through on any single thing that is actually intriguing for me. And one of the things that came about recently is the squirrels. So I was wondering, how do you recognize, for instance, a female squirrel from a male squirrel? And if you ever looked at it on Google, how can I say that? It's not what you would expect. You would expect the general obvious part of a male and female to be the first thing that is mentioned as an advice to recognize the difference between them, but actually not. It's worse than that, and I don't even know if I can say it on YouTube without being blocked. But anyway, it has to do with the distance between these things that you think you could be recognizing faster and other parts of their body where food come out when it has been digested. I don't know if you can understand what I'm meaning, but this was basically the answer, instead of, you know, something like, oh, a female has a different hair color, or a female has a different, maybe like different ears or whatever. Let me see if the squirrel is back. Let me see if we can give you food on camera. I really need to learn how to do these videos better. But anyway, guys, this was a squirrel and she's coming back, so we are gonna try again. But anyway, I was also learning a lot about squirrels because I saw them last time. There was a fox running around and I saw them just being very still with their tail doing like a disco party things, and I was like, what are they doing? And it's actually a signal of danger. And they sometimes also do something that is very strange, is that they lay on their back. So they're running around and then poof, they stop, and then they just like spread their legs, spread their arms, and then they just stay there like if they were like completely have no energy anymore, and they just lay down. And I've learned that this is plooting. It's called sploot, S-P-L-O-O-T, and it's something that they do to actually make sure that the heat in their body can be absorbed by the soil or by the earth under them. And I was like, really, you know, these things only happen because I had intrusive thoughts about squirrels because I'm spending a lot of my time around them, and I was like, let me be curious, let me be somebody who checks facts of what is going on in the world around it. And same thing, you know, we have like, oh, maybe you just heard one, we have like these very green birds that are called parakeets in London, and they look like you know, like small parrots that should not be living in London. They should be living in somewhere that is tropical with, I don't know, fruits and bananas hanging from the trees, something like this. They should not be in the middle of London. And I was also checking, you know, I was like, where do they come from? And actually I learned that it's actually pets that were probably you know, released from people from centuries, and they just started to grow here. And there was also something about Jimi Hendrix releasing some of them, and I was like, I don't know if that part is true, but these are things that you know, I've done recently, and I was like, sometimes it's really cool to just follow a curiosity, to just follow like an intrusive thought and something that piques your brain, and to go get an answer for that, because you never know where this can bring you. Maybe I become an expert in you know, in squirrels. I don't know. Maybe that's my future career. I work in a zoo and I take care of the squirrels. I don't know if they have squirrels in zoos, but anyway. But there was something in this that was really like like liberating, you know. It's like, oh, I'm curious about something and my brain has a question, and I'm fulfilling that curiosity. And this is something that I really want to encourage myself and give myself permission to do more. And also you, if you're watching this video and you're like, I've been watching 5 minutes over talking about squirrels and random things that makes no sense, but it's still intriguing and I still want to follow that. I feel sometimes, you know, this intrusive thought is just the brain connecting different ideas or just being curious. And I feel as grown-ups we tend to like put them aside and say, no, I need to be, you know, I need to be super focused. I'm supposed to just, you know, be serious and a grown-up and mature person, and not follow these little things that actually make life interesting. And just like, no, I'm just like, you know, be serious person. And for me it's like, if something is intriguing, if you see a beautiful flower in the garden and you are like, I wonder which type of flower this is, or if you just, you know, you see something in the street, like a sign that is talking about something that is interesting for you, and you're like, let me just check that. I feel it's just that level of permission of following curiosity is something that I believe that as grown up we forget. And as I'm turning 40, I've turned 40 already. I've already been 40 for a few weeks. I feel that there is more that I could do here to just just bring some, I think, some extra fun in my day in general. So I'm going to continue doing this. And if you also want to do this and you are like, yes, now every single time I have an intrusive thought, I'm going to follow through. Obviously, be safe. Don't do random things. But if it's just a curiosity question or something that you are like, ooh, that I would like to try, and it feels like it's not going to injure you, it's not going to be a problem for somebody else or whatever, just follow this thing and let me know what have been your intrusive thoughts recently, so that I can also go and dig into this. And yeah, if you don't know me, my name is Chloe, and I'm doing daily videos on YouTube, currently videos from the bench, at least during the summer and the good weather time. And yeah, I talk about everything that can make your life yours and help you build something that your younger self will not understand, but you are having fun, you are giving yourself permission, and you are building something that is really meaningful to you. So if you want to follow that, you can sign up to the channel down below, and I see you tomorrow for another video. Let's see if the squirrel is coming back before I say bye-bye. Let's see if you can spot the squirrel. Spot it. Spot it. That was the squirrel saying goodbye. See you tomorrow.